My name's Pat Mertis, spelled M-E-R-T as in Tom, E-S, detective with the police department with Sioux Falls PD. We're out here today doing a search with dogs for Ellabeth Lodemeyer.
Have you seen this woman? Ellabeth Lodemeyer has been missing since March 7, 1974. She vanished from this house in Sioux Falls without a trace.
The disappearance of Ellabeth Lodemeyer has kept investigators stumped for decades.
But because of all of the circumstances involved, the background history on the young lady, on her habits, on her lifestyle, we feel that it was a homicide.
In court papers, she accused him of mentally and physically abusing her. She claimed Jean had beaten her with her own shoe after she told a friend about being slapped around. Lodemeyer's purse and credit card showed up in Canada, some 700 miles from Sioux Falls. In 1992, detectives thought they had another break in the case when a farmer found Ellabeth's wallet and checkbook alongside a riverbank. But after an extensive search of that area, nothing turned up.
Yes, her wallet was found here in '92. We've also spoken with some people that were close to Mr. Gene Lodemeyer, and there's some ties to this area, which prompts, I think, us to look further and just to do a thorough investigation and make sure that we've covered this.
Has this area ever been searched before?
Yes, in '92 they did a ground search. Obviously technology's changed. There's different resources now in that than they had 27 years ago. So just taking a new look at it, like we're doing with all our cold cases. Just keep plugging away and looking at it and seeing what information we can find and what new things we can develop from there.
Good evening. Talk of hitmen, political pardons, and explosives in a bond hearing today for Gene V. Lodemeyer of Sioux Falls. Lodemeyer is being held in the Minnehaha County Jail on $1 million cash bond. KELOLAND's Bobby Lauer is here with more on why the bond is so high. Bobby?
Well, Steve, a Sioux City man testified in court today that he was contacted by Gene V. Lodemeyer about hiring a hitman. Eugene Cummings says Lodemeyer first contacted him in June, asking Cummings to come up with some witnesses for a July 6th trial on grand theft charges. He gave him 6 $50 bills for front money. Cummings says that at subsequent meetings with Lodemeyer wanted Cummings to find him a hitman. Cummings says he told Lodemeyer he'd need $1,000 down. Cummings claims Lodemeyer gave him the name of Dean Johnson and told him he wanted Johnson and Johnson's father, a Sioux Falls detective, to have a disappearing act. Did I know someone who could cause them to disappear? And he says a man named Prince was mentioned at one meeting. KELOLAND News earlier reported that the $1 million bond was set because police believe Lodemeyer was trying to hire a hitman to kill Detective Russ Prince. Cummings also says Lodemeyer had talked to him about high explosives and a man who was pardoned by a governor. Cummings says that he told Lodemeyer he should plea bargain, try to get a political pardon, and forget about the hired gun. The bond hearing is going to continue on Wednesday.
This is a rather unusual case for Sioux Falls or South Dakota at all, for that matter.
And no signs of her has ever turned up.
Ellabeth still has 2 surviving siblings who are looking to have closure.
Speaking with the family, obviously they've lost their loved one and have had no contact with her for the past 42 years and want answers.
Even though Gene Lodemeyer passed away in 2013, detectives still believe that he may have had something to do with his wife's disappearance, and they're asking for the public's help in solving this 42-year-old mystery.
Any information we can get is helpful in this. No tip is too small. It might be that one piece of the puzzle we need to help bring Ellabeth home. I was at a lecture and met Jim Peters, who you're going to meet here in a minute, the dog handler, and ran the case by him, and he thought there was some potential to run the dogs and see if maybe we could get some investigative leads today to help bring closure and help find Ellabeth.
We're just a little over an hour into this search for any clues into this 45-year-old cold case. Right now, the search team is taking a little bit of a break, and we have one of the searchers here. That's JoJo. If you can see, she's very rambunctious, which is a good thing in a search dog, I'm told. She just completed a part of her search in this area. Let me give you an idea where we're at. We're located east of the Mary Jo Wagner Arboretum. They take JoJo and her search dog companion Rocky. They led her out in this open field here, and then eventually they take them down to the beyond those trees there, along the Big Sioux River, where they're searching for any signs of Ellabeth Lodemeyer. It's a search that takes them a little bit farther north of here along the river.
Pat and I met at a seminar probably 2 or 3 months ago, and he mentioned this case to me. I said, yeah, it's worth a try. And I understand a lot of what we do in our business and in the search and rescue world is if we can't find a salvageable subject, then we can help bring closure by finding any remnants of the missing person.
It's possible with ground penetrating radar and things like that. Now today we won't be doing that, but it is possible with if we do get any indications that there's possibly any human remains out here, that's some options we have. And ground penetrating radars come a long ways, and this isn't the best terrain, and so again with new technology there's some new sources that we can use that might be of option if we get something further to look into today.
Despite the number of years that have passed since Lodemeyer reported missing, Skadson says the cases continue to haunt him, because only by finding them will he be able to close the case.